And everything I want now more. Baby, you're down and no go come out. My medicine, my paracetamol. Baby, you're gone, no go jealous it more. Kilo answer, see my antenna, get done scatter. No, I wanna know your paro. See my wella, get done red. Chick, only if you do me da 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 da. And I know go fit deny ya, Kilo answer, see my antenna, get done scatter. No, I wanna know your paro. See my
Good day, guys. Welcome to Talk with Tomi. This is another new episode of Talk with Tomi. My name remains Oluwatomisin. So here am I with our new guest. I know you guys have been excited about who the guest is. He's a comedian. He's a skit maker. His name is Woli Android Alagbaa. Yeah, good day, Woli. Welcome to Talk with Tomi.
Thank you very much.
So can you please introduce yourself to us?
Alright, my name is Anthony Bamidele. Yes, Anthony. I know you are going to look, why it's Woli Anthony? Yes, that's it. I'm Anthony Bamidele. Many people call me Alagbaa. Some other people, they call me Woli Android. I'm the general overseer of the Inspire Movement Ministry, edifying entertainment. You will be entertained, you will be edified. Yeah, that's just basically Woli part. Let me not go into, because I'm a makeup artist, electrician, everything together.
So you're jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody in Nigeria should be jack of all trades. Everybody.
So what brought about the name Woli Android Alagbaa?
Woli Android Alagbaa. Alright, I think I'll have to just delve a bit. That was in my undergraduate days. I'm a graduate of Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta. So during my undergraduate days, I was just acquiring my first hostel. They were meeting up with people, so they asked me, what's your name? So me saying Anthony, I was trying to sound, I was school now, and they had to be like, Anthony. So somebody said Android, mistaking the name. So everybody just laughed it off, Android, and so it stick like that. So when God now called me, if he did not call me, I shall call me. So there was a call inside. So from there it was Woli Android. But looking at the generic term, so I have to go back, okay, how can we make sure that this stays and everything? So sitting down, just cooking stuff, they were like, okay, I think Alagbaa is going to be good. And only to find out that was actually supposed to be the name. It was because of the Android that had come in before. So it was now, okay, people already know Woli Android, then Alagbaa also pitching the two together. So some people call me Alagbaa, some people call me Woli Android. I'm the two.
Okay. Yeah. So in your introduction, you said you are into comedy.
Yeah.
When did you start? Or when did you go into the comedy journey?
Okay, as a career, I started. That was in the year 2017. I entered school 2016. I had started just making sure that I built myself, grow more, but going fully into comedy, like climbing the stage for the first time, that was in 2017.
Wow.
2017.
That's
Yeah, but from childhood, I've been a comical person.
during churches.
You understand? Yeah. Understand acting and everything like that.
Comedy. You started comedy in Funab when exactly? Is it same 2017 or?
In Funab, actually, I started comedy as a career in Funab. I'm going to school. I was supposed to go to school directly, but the one inside of me will not agree. I was telling him, let's focus. But no, me saying like, okay, let's try to do something. It has always been part of even aside stage, we do it like normally. I'm not somewhere, I don't want everywhere dull. So let's turn up something lively, any game, any comical things, just to make sure people have smile on their faces.
Yeah. So how has it affected your life? Comedy affected your life?
I would say it has affected a whole lot, if not the totality of my life. That is in a positive way though. From child, because you seeing people laughing alone is enough for you. You see people laughing, then seeing them now laughing at your own jokes. This one is not. Sometimes I act as someone else, but now having to cook up something from my own brain and seeing people, that's kind of like the best thing that can happen to a man. And talking about it with every other aspect, I don't want to enter spiritual mode. Let me just stay on normally the emotional life, status in the society. It has really done a whole lot, and it's a reputable profession.
During your introduction, you talked about
Inspire Movement
Ministry.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what it's all about?
Okay, Inspire Movement Ministry is a comedic ministry. Actually, when we call it in full, it is always mouthful. That we call it Inspire Movement Ministry of Entertainment. That is, we are not basing only on comedy, though that is our primary platform. Every one of us in the ministry, we are comedians, but part of us, we have musicians, we have dancers. Now we are planning on having more, as much as contortionists, poets. So the vision is still kind of like grand, but starting from now, and what we are doing is just to inspire people, basically, because people having to not have a lot of things that, like, I don't want to go too much into my background, except if you want to permit me going into my background, saying that a lot of people having issues, even you yourself, you have not even been good, then you have to make people laugh. Okay, if you can say that, if these people that came, because all of us, none of us has a rich background per se, this one is not normal, so you, of course, you have to come online then say story of from grass to grace. But it was really grass. It was really grass, not below grass, but it was really grass, or something like that, having to inspire people that, okay, you can actually use your talent, and not just because I have, over time growing up, I've seen people do comedy, and some are demoralizing. You have to find out that at some point in life that companies have to start calling off deals over some people making some jokes that they shouldn't have. So that we are making sure there is an onus on that, that you have to inspire people to do good jokes, make people laugh, basically, not because you want to make people laugh. Now you have to do, because of that, you just relegate some people or denigrate anybody's mindset, anybody's personality, or their condition. You saw what happened, everybody knows it, I don't want to start mentioning. So that kind of stuff, we are more particular about that, so that we have to make sure that people really laugh at the same time, not at somebody's expense. That is why we inspire, and we are always moving. That's the thing. Whether there is any, like now, before we were students, I was a student, but some are still students amongst the ministry, but that doesn't mean that we have to wait for us to strike. We keep pushing forward. Even some come from home, come to location, we keep moving, and from there it's not just based in one place, from Abeokuta to Lagos down to UK.
So your name base, not really based in Abeokuta.
Yes, but for now, just in Abeokuta. Let them enjoy your small.
So it was founded when?
Okay, basically we do call Inspire Movement Ministry I2M for short, by the way.
What actually brought about the name Inspired?
Okay, Inspire Movement Ministry. Actually, when we started, it was Instagram Movement Ministry, and I would like to say, I think I've mentioned it many times when I was in different interviews, that there's no way I will mention the part of my life that I won't mention some people's name, my role models. So starting from the likes of Odunlade Adekola, then the likes of Woli Android, entering Baba Salah, different people. But the one that really affected my life the most is Woli Android himself. Right from childhood, people have seen me in that kind of figure. That okay, that was when their movie came out. It was in CCB when they were doing this stuff. Then Afa Sule Oti Gompa. Then I can act as the old actors inside Afa Sule. Like I would just be switching roles. But when it comes to Woli Android place, you will think that you are actually watching him live and direct. So from there, I had to follow. Okay, this man is. I think I have something to do with him. Then from there, follow through. Then having to reach out to him, more knowledge, seek more counsel. Okay, how about you do something good? So we started, and I was like, okay, what can we do that can make us not really be likened to Woli Android, but at the same time, they will know that our roots had already tapped into that. So we go into then we sat down. We were 4 then. That is I, Wali, which is my son, then my son, comedic son. I never do it. You understand? My comedic son, then my best friend, that is Okwe. Then we have one other friend, which he was our cinematographer then, no more with us, but he's still with us as a team though, not as crew member. So from there we were like, let's sit down, what can we call it? Then we were like, okay, sit down, brood, meditate, then Instagram Movement Ministry. So we were Instagram Movement Ministry for a while. I was thinking about it that we shouldn't be limited. If you are saying Instagram, that means if Instagram should close up today, bam, we are closing up. So what can we do? We have to rephrase this particular name. We are not moving from the movement ministry, because it's actually a ministry to us. Why we call it ministry, I said it the other time, and more importantly, it is kind of like, I'm a Christian, So now bringing my act from the place of Christian also, so putting it out as a ministry now. Let me say that's why I use the word GO the other time instead of CEO. I use the word GO, a general overseer, having multiple branches like that. So like Instagram movement ministry, Instagram will fold up. At the same time, Baba's name also has Instagram inside. So how can we make it awesome? Okay, you have to do something that's going to be long lasting. Then also we have to do something that people want to see. Then we started sitting there brooding, also praying about it. Then what is in our mind? Okay, we are here not just to act for fun, but to actually inspire old, inspire young, everybody together. So that was how the name came to be.
Any setback like when shooting any of your show?
Any of my skits, Abi?
Yeah, any setback so far?
Many setbacks, many. Starting from the fact that you are coming from a family that don't really have much. Not the one that we will not even before we enter the place of them talking about you doing comedy, because as a matter of fact, as of now, my dad still don't believe what I'm doing. That he's still asking me, now that you are already through with school, what are you going to do? I was like, I called you to my last show now. What do you think I want to do? So like that. So while we are shooting a lot, I have to borrow phones for a start. Starting from there, we borrowed phones. Then I think I was using Techno Spark. Yeah, then we started borrowing. It was not then though, because of quality. Then, but now you know the brand has already, so they give us more products that are of quality. Then I had to borrow phones from people, or it might be the same type but of higher grade. Then I was using kind of like the lowest type, so we started borrowing from them. I have issue with sound, I have issue with editing, but thank God I had learned how to edit even before I started, so it was easy for me to, even if it was cut and join that we were still knowing then, we were doing cut and join. When we were small, we used to do all this disappearing. We have go and stand there, we record a bit, then leave there, then we record again, then together we just like what did disappear? We are trying to be their stuff also. So from there I was able to know a bit. I know a bit about editing. So when we are shooting, we have those issues. Also, our cinematographer. We might shoot like multi delete here. So we have to go all over again. That means he had deleted it. Like a clip or many clips. Sometimes we would have finished the whole shoot and discover that there was one person that passed inside. So inside continuity, the person is no more there. So we have to pick another day to shoot again. Then over the years, growth, of course. There was growth. Then different stuff. Camera entered. Then tripods and the likes, but there is still always setback. While we have not gotten there, there are still a lot of stuff, and also by God's grace.
Have you ever forgotten your line on stage before?
Forgetting lines on stage, yes, many times. But what happened is, though there are many costs to it, I can just mention few. There are many costs to it. You can have sound hiccups. In the place of maybe there might be a blur, then before you know you are already disorientated. Before you go back, pam. So I will still talk about how I do cover for those places. Or sometimes it might be audience. Maybe you cracked a particular joke and the crowd went wild. That can get into your head that you just be like, you just use another thing to just. So what I do there is spontaneity. That is where the professionalism comes in. So you forgot your lines, but they must not know that you forgot your lines. So from there, we are skit makers. So it is easy for me to quickly divert my line to another person, and from there you would have picked up that this guy is gone already. So you're like, why are you mobile so no? That the best of one way. From there, from there I pick up from there back. Then we go.
Aspiration as a comedian, can you tell us?
Aspiration as a comedian. I would say I'm a visionary person. Not in that aspect. I'm talking about life as it is. I have this particular mindset that I've come to live this life just once. They said there is Akudaya. I don't know. I'm not willing to practice it. I don't know if it is real or not. So let me just face this particular. So this particular one, how can we make the best out of life? So as a comedian, I know this is the kind of like the lowest place of my life right now. We are stepping into doing comedy shows, which is only startups for us. I told you that the vision is very wide in the place, so we call it Ministry of Entertainment. The main component of entertainment, all the remaining components, we've not even brought it in. We are just still facing one to make sure that then from there diversifying into filmmaking, from there owning a record label. That is, all these are not kind of like typical comedian, but comedian I would like to be on the world's biggest platform, like Steve Harvey's, like AY Live, like Alagbaa, because when we're counting that, when it comes to comedy aspects in the whole world, Nigeria is not small at all. In fact, we shut down shows a whole lot, doing tours all over the world. So from there, having to roll with the big guys, not because I want to roll alone, but having to learn more so that we can actually do more than what they had done. I still have years ahead of me. Some of them until they were like 30 before they were able to. I don't intend to do that. Of recent, we saw Kenny Black at 30 releasing his special on Netflix, and it was like, okay, this Monday motivates me, and from there you already know, okay, when he did that at 30, so which means you must have done that before I clock 30. I thought first, why it's not a competition, but so that we can do more. That's not the target, that's part of the target. The target mainly is to be able to have platforms where we can have comedians come up stage, and they're able, not even comedians alone, I'm talking about talent, creatives, where they're able to come up stage entertainment wise, and also to have schools that I can actually convince, probably from now convince some of my friends, because I have a friend that is saying that his son is playing football, all these higher institution stuff, maybe in football academy, and that's how it's supposed to be. It's not everybody that's supposed to go and read physics or chemistry. If I had known, I would have just gone for theater art right from childhood. I would have been a guru by now, but it is what it is. I studied horticulture, I found myself in the entertainment sector, something like that.
Thank God you actually got it before
finishing this school. Yeah.
We're going to we talk about comedy shows. Can you just tell us about if you have any role model or mentor?
Then comedy shows, yes, not one, not two, not three. Number one, Steve Harvey. He doesn't do the comedy show typically. He does a lot of TV shows, particularly that is Family Feud, a whole lot of them like that. Then we have AY Live. AY Live is somebody that almost every comedian, almost all, if not all, look up to, because every now and then shutting down different cities, different countries. So from there you are seeing somebody that you really want to latch on to. So if AY is doing this, linking up with him not as a competition but as a reference, how can we do more? So we learn of him, then after he downloaded himself into us, then from there we can shoot up more. So I look up to them. So with those standards, we bring it down to our own setting. So people actually get more value than their money, but they don't know because they expect you to be as AY, like right now. But they don't know that I was telling my guys yesterday, we are planning towards our upcoming show, and I was telling them how that I've gone to shows and they're saying their table is 1 million naira, and it is what I'm giving people for 200k now that they are giving them for 1 million naira. That's how it is.
It's just the value is given.
So from there, now imagine how me getting people paying 1 million naira. What I will have as value for them, starting from the content banks, the talent, then the ambience, the aesthetics. They're now talking about spoiling them with normal daily entertainment.
That was necessary. So can you tell us more about it?
Okay. Not shows, it's just only one show, but of different editions. Okay. That's still our first franchise, and that is SSC. We tagged it SSCE. That is Stand Up, Skit and Comedy Extravaganza. So we had the first one already when I was an undergraduate. We had the first one, that is Agile 3 FUNAP, and the second edition we had it. Actually, started in 2019. Due to pandemic, 2020 we couldn't have any at all, so we had to just wait till last year. Then last year we had the 2.0 where we had Odogu Kenny Black in the building. It was charged, it was a joke. Then we had Kenny Black, we had the remote, and the third one is already on the way, and that is next month. Next month, August 28th.
Yeah. So can you give us the theme of the Each
of them.
edition.
The 1.0 was the premiere edition. That was the maiden edition, the premiere edition. Then the 2.0, that was distinction edition.
Why was it called distinction?
Actually, it is very very distinct to what is around the environment. That is firstly. Then second, for us, that time I was close. That was my penultimate year. I was close to leaving school myself. Then also in how will I call it now, the value of the show comparing to what was on ground then. So it was that distinction edition. And the third one is laboratory edition. That one I'm so super excited about it because it is the laboratory of laughter. We are opening the content bank like this and pouring it out. So we are cooking things. So from there, it's just like how the name of the show is SSCA, that tag of school kind of tag. Then having the distinction. Then now progressing down to laboratory where we have different scientists. Commander got the darker makeup or everything like that.
Laboratory is actually a term of medical. Like, can you just give us like what it actually means?
Okay, yes, that was what I said. Laboratory of laughter. So now it's going to be, though the laboratory it encompasses a lot of things. That is the place of engineers and the place of physics, everything like that. But we are focusing mainly on the medicals. Why? We had to recognize what happened 2 years ago, 1 year, that is 2020, 2021, the whole how that the medical personnel have to save us and everything like that. That is on one side. At the same time, having to cap it that okay, let us really go through what jokes can we get from hospitals, because it's place that there are joyful things, maybe when somebody give birth, and also painful things in the place of accident and everything. Not to make jokes of people that things occur to, but how to make jokes out of it, to make sure that this particular thing that seems very hard, we can actually turn into something good without hurting anybody. There's onus on that, without hurting anybody. At the same time, people get to have that feeling. It is something everybody is relating with. Everyone goes to hospital one way or the other. Everyone. So from there we started laboratory edition. All our comedians, they are like comedic scientists. Then we have the hall, which is kind of like the lab itself, having our ushers as lab attendants, then having our ticket tags, general ward, special ward,
Premium tickets. You can just show us.
Okay, yeah, I think like woman being me, always guiding. Jawaja will say yes. This is I think I have the 2K ticket here. I've sold the one that was on me. Why coming? Yeah, this is the 2K ticket. I don't know if it is clear on screen. Yeah, that's it. 2K ticket. That is the general ward where everybody will be, and it is people will call it regular, but right now in Nigeria it is not regular. Because if you see someone to give you 2K, you have to thank God. Yeah. So from there they are it's a big money now. So general ward, we have the special ward, which is the VIP pass, that is 10K. Then we have the one that admits to, preferably couples, but if you are best of friends also, bestie, I don't understand what you understand. So like, okay, we admit to you and so anybody. Then we have table for 5, that is the deluxe room. That's what you do. For the who's 100K. Then we have table for 10. That's 200K. ICU, intensive comedy unit. They used to prove me a lot. They think it is intensive care unit. I know the
ticket actually shows laboratory itself.
Yes, that's the idea.
So we'll be going we're going far away from your events.
Alright.
I'll be going to your personal life. Can you just tell us things people don't even know about you?
Personal life, yeah.
Like 4.
Like 4 of them.
Yes.
Okay. Let me go. People don't know that I had once been a grass cutter. Let me call it like that. I like that. Like I do cut bushes for people before. Though I don't know if it is now what I'm still doing now that you're talking about, or let me say what I've done in the past. Yes, I can actually mention more than 4. I'm a makeup artist. Makeup, people don't know. I know you will be shocked also. I'm a makeup artist. I plait hair. Yeah, I've done. I was a cleaner.
For you?
I was a cleaner for banks like Union Bank rather. Then at Banana Island, cleaning a lot of stuff. Then I got bushes for students. That was in 100 level. In 200 level, I saw stickers.
So you studied horticulture. So that was the reason why.
That was not the reason why. There was no money. There was no money and people feel fly because they are in higher institution. I came from Lagos. Idumota to be precise. So I know how to hustle, really. So from there, I have my upkeep. From home, my mom is, okay, when I give you 10k, it's a big money. 10k in Funab is a small money. But I have to help her also. She's helping me, I have to help her. I understand that they have to provide, but since they were not able to provide, we are also here. We have grown up, our children will be looking at us, so we have to make sure that we make something good. So from there, I have to just hustle my way out, having to cut bushes for students, anything I can just do to make sure that I have legit money, kind of. Yeah. Then after doing that 200 level, I had to sell wall stickers. Actually, if you are familiar with Funab, I trek from all the way from Funis, straight down to Agbede. God. On my leg, each hostel, one by one, okay. Actually, most people that know me, when I later have like, okay, the known comedian, they're like, I used to see this guy before, something like that. For life. So from there till Agbede, then from there, I will check back again. And when I want to check back, actually, I would have taken a bike or something like that. But because I just want to, okay, let me just find a way of brainstorming, sometimes praying while going.
3 secrets you've not told anyone. Can you just say it on the show?
3 secrets that I didn't tell anyone. That is why it is a secret. I cannot tell you. but really, it's not. I don't know. Maybe they call it secret too. So if it's a secret, just keep the secret. Why divulge it? Yeah. Okay, but normally, what I will say is the road is not as smooth. Like what you see on screen is not what it is like in real life. Yeah, a whole lot. That doesn't mean that the life is bad. Life's good, glory to God. But the glamour people see, some people now, because of the level of popularity, they come at you with all sorts of billing. It doesn't work that way. As a matter of fact, you can be very popular and very broke at the same time.
Exactly.
So that is the first secret. Don't take everything as it is. There is no fake life anywhere. You are the one thinking it's fake. All you have to do is, you can't, because you don't have much, they don't smell good, don't dress well, or that kind of thing. So you still have to be. That is how rich men will be able to welcome you to their carcass. But because you don't want people to bill you, then dressing anyhow, it doesn't befit. That is one. I don't know. I can't divulge secrets, but all this one that I'm just saying is just part of it. So I can't really say.
Favorite comedian or skit maker?
Hey, they don't get there. Oh. Yes. I won't pick myself. Because it is that you have to aspire to something. Then also, I'm a human being. I have to like someone's work. So favorite comedian
or skit maker?
I will start have favorites, like a whole lot of them. But I will just stay with probably 3 or 4. As of the moment. When it comes to stand-up comedian, I will go with Aproko. I don't know, maybe you know him. Aproko. Yes, Aproko. Then after Aproko, I'll go with Remote. Comedian Remote is a content bank. You can't watch Remote and you won't want to change your level of game. You'll be like, no, this guy is challenging my authority, something like that. So he's very good. Then after Remote, I'll go with, when it comes to Skit Maker, Shank Comics.
Thank you, my favorite.
I'll go with Shank Comics.
He dropped a video today. I always watch his video.
The guy is mad. And it's not just now. Like, I've always been a fan of Shank, right from where he wears suits like me, like this. That suit with one blue, yes, on his anger. Since then, I've been his fan. Why? Because we know someone who is funny. It's because they have not really gotten the platform, but we would have discovered somebody, then follow them through. And thank God I'm able to see him blown live. And till today, it's still spontaneous. So that is something on point.
This is what I actually like him, is that is slang.
But anytime I'm coming now, this nigga is crazy. Yeah, he's very good. And also, who that Kenny Black. I had the opportunity of a lifetime to meet Kenny Black for the first time in my life when I was in 100 level. They brought him to our school, Yakub Mahmoud Hall, and I was there with his skinny, but not the chop off body now, with the skinny body, and I was looking like, how can somebody be like this in this entire life? Then from there I was like, no, that actually made me go back to my career that no, we are actually doing this, you have no choice. So it inspired a lot of me. So those four are key. I mentioned the Woli Android as role model, but as of now, favorites. Those are the favorites for now.
Who do you look up to?
Who do I look up to?
Is it still Woli Android?
Steve
Like,
Ivy.
that you always, like anytime you have an issue, you always go and meet him. And
Oh.
like a challenge, you go and meet him and you just tell him, like your mentor.
Let me say, I have access to a lot of celebrities, but at the same time, I don't use those access. And yeah, all I do is I learn from afar. That's the kind of person I am. If I come close to you, it must have been something that is unavoidable. That how do you, somebody like AY, if I should meet AY today, I know what I'm going to ask him. It's not for selfie. I know the exact thing to ask. Allow me, something like that. Like open this thing to
Show
me.
you the way into comedy.
Yes. And also I met Dr. Smile like last 2 weeks. Then from there we connected, and I already know what I want to get from him. That access that I just have to him. Even though he's in Abeokuta, I have access to others that are not Abeokuta, but him for the first time physically, then everything like that. So when I just learn from afar, not personally, but somebody I can walk to and say, okay, how this is still Woli Android.
Yeah. Any challenges so far? Just say apart from money aspect and the camera aspect, any other challenges?
Challenge so far is let me try to see. Okay, aside from money, aside from gadgets, equipment, there is always challenge of team members. Yes. Every time, and I will say it for everybody who wants to have a team. That you have to really be patient. They don't carry the vision like you. Sometimes you go too much beyond their capacity, and it's good. But make sure that they are always. That one is not you tell them now, then wait till next day. Constantly understanding the vision and purpose. Then from there is movement. And I think the last challenge is too much. How will I call it now? Too much requirements from people. Some people now they want to expectations. Like they expect you that these. Some are expecting so low, you blow their mind. While some they go so high, not because you can't use so high, but if there's no level of growth, how will we be able to say that okay, we're able to pass through this order? So if anybody is coming from behind, we tell them, okay, don't do this. We went through this, don't go through that. Something like that. So that expectation, it is good. It's a great motivation. At the same time, some people have to turn it into destructive ones, which is bad. So if you are that, change from it, be constructive. Your expectation fuels us a whole lot. It fuels us a whole lot. Yeah.
Greatest achievement so far? Is this the SSC?
The greatest achievement.
Or the name Woli Android?
Hey. Okay. Let me first put like lines of achievement.
Okay.
But one thing I am grateful for is I've been able to inspire few people. Let me say few. I don't know who from outside that I've gotten inspired by me, but let me say few that I know. And firstly, starting from my crew members. No, I drilled those ones. Understand life, the career, the passion, the challenges. I didn't say there were some times that when we are even going for shows. There was one day I and Wale was going for a show. It was inside Ogun River Basin Development Association. I think it's that location. It was inside. Yes, not shoot. They invited us as guest artists. So they said Ogun. All my mind was we are going to get to the old streets, only for us to discover that where they dropped us is the entrance of Ogun, not the inside, and it is very very far. So we started trekking, looking for the hall, and from there rain. So I and my son were going. We were protecting our costume. So we were already protecting the costume that we were going in the rain. So something like that. So the achievement, by God's grace, we were the comedian, or I would say we. The name Woli Android Alagbaa, comedian of the year at Funab in the year 2021. That was the last time, and I thank God for that because it was the time I was leaving school. And people say it is well deserved. Well deserved. Well deserved. So from there, best use of social media of what is the name? FFDA. Best use of social media because of skit content going out, everything. I've gotten comedian of the year also from my own particular department, that is horticulture department. Same year, 2021, in Bogu Tidings. 1.0 SSC done, 2.0 SSC done, 3.0
is done
almost
already.
done already. So greatest achievement is that I've been able to impact few and inspire few, but amongst all others, those are the others.
Before we go, we just want to play a little game.
A game.
Yes. Don't be afraid.
You not tell me this one. Okay. I did here.
I'll just ask you some few things and you just give me the full meaning before the game actually.
Okay.
Full meaning of ASU.
Of ASU. Association of of staff of university uni.
Rephrase again.
Why do you want me to rephrase again?
You're wrong actually.
I know I will be wrong. I know cause kí ni ká ti gbọ́ a whole graduate. I don't know, yeah. That's what I thought it to be, but me saying it out loud, it sounds stupid. Yeah.
How many of TWT?
Oh, yeah, Talk with TOMI, I know that one. Number one.
When was it founded?
Talk with TOMI was founded in the year 2019.
Wow.
I was following it then.
Another thing again. You answer this question without saying yes or no.
Without
Yes.
See, I already got it straight. Okay.
Are you a comedian?
I'm a comedian.
Are you a graduate?
I'm a copper. You see, I got that one. I've already deleted those two words out of my dictionary straight away.
Are you sure?
I am sure. Simple. There's no more inside my dictionary.
So, Alagbaa, we have a gift from one of our sponsors, Tito Yomis.
A gift.
Yes.
Tito Yomis.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't know say I like food. Who tell you say I like food?
Food is life.
It's for me alone. It's for me alone. Yeah, thank you very much, Tito Yomis. Who told you I like this thing? You are getting informant, Avi. Thank you very much, Tito Yomis. God bless you. Thank you so much for this gift. I so much appreciate. Tito Yomis is in Abiyokuta, Avi.
Yes, he is.
Tito Yomis, don't worry, we yummy together. Thank you very much for
Please
this.
do well. She actually does cake. She sells food actually also.
She sells food.
She sells food.
Yeah. Okay. Noted.
And soup food. That's you don't really have time to be cooking. So
I have time to be cooking. I'm already planning to spend Alawi inside my head. You already give me more reasons. Don't worry, Tito Yomis, we are patronizing you. Yeah, it's a good one. Thank you, and the package. I like the package. Thank you.
Yeah. Before you go, can you just drop like some of your comedy lines for us?
Comedy lines. I don't know. I can do stand up or enter skit where we have to go. To bá ṣe wèrè máa ṣe ni. Jésù tèmi ó ní discipline. Àwọn òbí 10 naira 20 naira 15 naira wọn kì í dánú jẹ. Owó tó kéré jù tó lè dá is 100 naira. Wo tó bá dé dìbò lẹ́nu 1000 bá kò sí change lọ́jọ́ dádì wa mi ò mọ̀ wọ́n ni mo dá 1000. Màá lé ẹ̀dá náà we send you away. Ó sọ wọn kì í sùn tó bá lọ sùn nínú ìjọ mi ọ̀ṣà. Má lu tiẹ̀ bàjẹ́. Má jẹ́ kó sáré mọ̀. Yeah, that's it. Or if that one liner, most people they are shocked when they find out how bad I am as an electrician. Before you get that, I already know. You already know. Alright, so that's just it. Yeah.
Before you go, can you just tell us your social media handles?
Okay. Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at Alagbaa _ that is ALAGBAA _ that is hyphen damn, not normal ALAGBAA. On Twitter at this is Alagbaa. On Facebook at this is Alagbaa. On YouTube, just subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, just type Alagbaa or Woli Android, then I'm good. Yeah, that's it, sir.
That's all for today.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me on the show, TWT. I'm so grateful. Thank you very much, sir. God bless. Hey, Tito Yomi, that show.
So this is where we are going to wrap up our show for today. Kindly follow us on our Instagram page, talkwith_TOMI, and check our YouTube channel, Talk with TOMI. My name remains Oluwatomisin. This is where I say my goodbye.
Fresh and clean, me looking, say you notify. Man who send nobody, I can live my life. If you're not talking money, no go call my line. Man just one day happy, man one day alright.